Another day, another hike. Today, David and I, we're still kid-free for another day. And so we are going to attempt the hike that the kids and I attempted a few days ago, or maybe last week, where we got to a river that was too swift flowing to ford, but we're gonna try it this morning. So we started at Looking Glass Overlook, headed to Grassy Cove top in Shining Rock Wilderness, and we're just planning to get our feet wet, and we're gonna ford the river in the water and kind of experience what it's like to have soaking wet shoes, because we know that's gonna happen on the Appalachian Trail. So we got to trail around, I think, 8:30. We'll see how many miles it is up. I think it's 5, but we will see, and then we'll turn around and head back, but probably gonna see a lot of cool stuff today. So this is the point where I turned around with the kids last time, because the trail is supposed to continue here, but it's washed away way down there. Squishy feet. We just walked through that water. It's about shin deep. But we're across. Cool mushrooms. This section is so pretty with all the ferns and the birds chirping. We've been climbing since the first water crossing, and that amounts to 1,200 feet of elevation gain in the past little bit. So I've not been able to really video coming up because I'm breathing too hard. But it's been nice being up higher. There's a lot of grass and ferns and birds and a little bit of sunshine. So enjoying this little flat section before we continue to push up into Shining Rock Wilderness. I think we have another 800 to 1,000 feet of climbing yet to go. Tiny little guy. Hey, little snail. There is a definite trail, but it is pretty overgrown. Thankfully no poison ivy or anything like that, but there's a good amount of brambles and stuff that are scratching our arms. I forgot that this trail goes, or this loop that we're doing today takes a little spurt on the Art Loeb Trail, which is super fun. If you haven't watched our family video of through hiking the Art Loeb, you totally should. It's a 32-mile point-to-point trail through, let's see, Pisgah National Forest and then Shining Rock Wilderness. It's beautiful. It's a challenge, but it's beautiful. But we're climbing up Grassy Cove top now, if you couldn't tell. This has gotten crazy. We're finally 6,000 feet up, but trying to figure out how to get to the opening where the view is. Just a sea of blueberry bushes, but nothing's ripe yet. We made it! Finally broke up. So we're 6,000, what is it? 6,050 feet up from sea level. It is gorgeous up here. There's actually a little breeze too, which is nice. This is a cool view of the Art Loeb. You can see some people down there at Ivester Gap. Rocks, rocks, rocks. we were just on top of there. Grassy Cove top. Can't even see a trail hardly coming down. It was so overgrown and high above really above our heads in a lot of parts. So we're gonna take the Graveyard Ridge Trail all the way back through Graveyard Fields, which will wrap us back around to our car eventually. We've got a couple of other trails to catch on the way. We're about 6.5 miles in so far. Snack time.
It's not hiking without battle scars.
Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah, can I see that? Yeah, your arm got destroyed. Oh.
There.
We were coming down that trail, and then we got a window out to our left. Of the valley. After walking like 1.5 miles through what seemed deserty, just because it was so dry, we made it to water. Cold?
Feels good.
Yeah. Following, I believe it's the MST. In all of our years of hiking, we still have yet to see a bear on trail except for in Glacier National Park. It's Graveyard Fields over there, the parking lot. And the Blue Ridge Parkway running along there. Hey, while we're on a much calmer section of trail, I wanted to answer a question that we get a lot, especially hiking with our 4 kids, is why do we hike? It's like, why are you guys out there, you know, doing a 30+ mile backpacking trip with your kids, and are you forcing them to do it? And, you know, why do you want to aren't you scared in the woods? All the questions. And I mean, there's some obvious reasons we hike. I mean, it's beautiful out here. The air is so clean and just fresh. It's great exercise, of course. And it's kind of a, I don't know, zero barriers to, well, very few barriers to entry in terms of doing this. So even when Gideon our youngest was 2 or 3, he was out with us on small little hikes. It's such an adventure to be out in the woods, just exploring nature, exploring God's creation. I have yet to go on a hike and then come to the end of it and regret doing it. And our kids, believe it or not, love it. I will say all 6 of us, like if we're going on a hike together, like the odds are someone's not having the best day. But at the end, we're all thankful we did it. And sometimes it's me or David that's having the not best day. But that's sort of the gist of why we hike. We love being out in nature. I didn't grow up this way. It's something that David sort of brought out in me. I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, so that's why I'm gonna have to stop, because the trail just turned to muck. I'm gonna have to pay attention to what I'm doing. 2 miles to the car. About half a mile ago, I took a tumble. Thankfully, I'm fine. Just landed on my knees. Back to water. I think we have to cross it in just a minute. A lot of people out here enjoying the cool mountain stream on this hot day. And we are back to the Looking Glass Overlook 12 miles later. How'd it go? 12-mile loop?
It was tough. It was nice to see all the change in the trail, but it was getting bushwhacked and scraped. And
yeah. We were just wiping our arms off and his were burning.
Stinging. Yeah.
From cleaning them off from all the scratches. But yeah, I think it's a worthwhile loop.
Plenty of waterfalls
Yeah.
and water crossings. Got views.
I think we started around 8:30 and now it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that was with a couple of decent breaks. So thumbs up. Back in the AC. Time for some snacks. Drive down the parkway home.